Welcome back. You're watching The Money Show with me, Kavita Thapliyal, and there are plethora of funds available in the market to invest your hard-earned money in. But how do you assess which is the right fund for your portfolio? What are the criteria that one should look at to help you navigate through this maze? We have Shweta Jain, Investography. Also, do not forget to send us your portfolio queries on our WhatsApp number, which is 865-797-4571. You can also email us your queries on themoneyShow@etnow.tv. Shweta, good evening and welcome to the show. We have our first viewer on the phone line connected, Amit Kumar from Hyderabad. Hi, good evening, Amit. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sending us your question. And you want to know what kind of long-term investments via mutual fund, in fact, you want to invest. Your long-term goal is of 20 years and you want to invest only in 10 small-cap funds. You want to know how safe is your money if you do that?
Yeah, I want to know whether it is possible to invest only in small cap funds since I'm thinking about a long-term investment of about 15 to 20 years. Is it safe to have the money parked in the small cap funds since we are looking into the long term, and or is it necessary to diversify it and put it into mid cap and flexi cap and index funds? So I just wanted to know that. Thank you.
Do you have a financial portfolio wherein you are invested in mutual funds? Is it there?
Well, I have a portfolio. I have been investing in ICICI small cap and SBI small cap and DSP small cap. As of now, I want to increase the number of investments over a period of time.
All right. So far, you only are invested in small cap. So, any specific reason why you are invested only in small cap? Because of the recent run-up? Is that the reason why you have your exposure in there?
I had a small investment earlier in the small cap and the returns were quite interesting. And though I'm not very greedy about it, but then I want to know whether I can continue to do that or whether it is necessary to diversify and then put it into other caps as well. Right now, in my portfolio, I have only 3 funds. Yeah, all the 3 are small caps.
Sure. All right. So let's quickly go to Shweta. Shweta, Amit is not the only viewer over here who wants to understand whether investing only in small cap is a good strategy or not, or how risky or how safe would it be. Why is it important to diversify, and what will go wrong if you only invest in small caps? Shweta.
Hi, Kavita. Thanks for having me. Amit, your question is very interesting because, of course, the more risk you take, the more returns we are expected to make. That's what we've been taught. But that's not necessarily true because by investing only in small caps, you're taking a huge amount of risk because there could be various number of factors that may affect different small cap stocks. So we have to understand that these schemes are investing in real businesses. And while your time horizon may be 10, 20 years, some of these small caps itself might become large caps at that time. They may perform and they may move from one category to another. Then you are not going to get that advantage. That is just one of a place where you'll be missing out. But the bigger risk is that you are only exposing yourself to small businesses. And that is a huge amount of risk you're taking because even while the fund managers have their own parameters to make sure that they're choosing the right businesses, to think that at any point of time they will have all winners in their portfolio is absolutely incorrect. And for you to diversify will not be through 10 schemes, but rather invest in large caps, invest in mid caps. So definitely, like you put it, should I invest in different caps? Yes, you should invest in different caps. That will be real diversification. Diversifying across 10 small cap schemes itself is not really a diversification. Diversification also means that while one asset class or market class is underperforming, the other place that you have invested is either unimpacted or is actually performing better, right? So in your case, you're not really diversifying here. Then even if it's 10 schemes, right? Even if it's 20 schemes, you're not really diversifying to that effect because if markets as a whole are down or markets small caps are relatively more impacted because they do tend to be more volatile, the drawdowns will be higher. In that case, if you do need the money or if you are temperamentally not okay to stay invested or just it takes a longer period of time to recover and you need money meanwhile, what are you going to do? So my advice is definitely stick two different asset classes for one. So that's your asset allocation depending on your risk profile. But even within equity, you need to diversify. You need to build a strong core before you actually get into small cap. So my advice is your strong core portfolio has to be good large cap stocks. So in this case, large cap schemes. It could be Nifty 50. It could be large cap. It could be flexi cap. It could be multi cap. Whatever it is that you choose that is right for you. But it has to be at the core of the portfolio. And after that, you diversify into these various small cap and mid cap, international funds, whatever else thematic that you would want to. After that, you do that.
All right. Amit, I'm running short on time, but is there anything else you want to ask Shweta quickly? Because I have other viewer also on the phone line with me. Sure.
I have a quick question. I want to know what does diversification mean in this case? Because if I'm trying to invest in 10 different funds, 3 small cap and 3 mid cap, 3 large cap, all right? I just wanted to know from the expert. Thank you.
Sure. Shweta.
So you don't need 10 schemes. You could stick to maybe 6 schemes. That's a good start for your portfolio. Again, depending on the size and your experience, you could do that later. So 2 each is what I would recommend.
All right. Thank you so much, Amit, for asking that question. We move on. I have Narasimha Rao from Hyderabad with me on the phone line. Hi, good evening, sir. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm doing good now. So this is Narasimha Rao. I'm from Hyderabad. So here I have a question.
Sure.
I'm interested to invest on mutual funds. Here my question is, is it right to invest in SIP manner or lump sum manner? So if it is a lump sum, I mean, by looking at that net asset value, I need to take care. So I'm not much aware of this. So what is the best way?
Got it. Okay. Also, do you want to know about investing in small cap?
Yes.
Okay. So, Shweta, let's begin with the first query, SIP or lump sum?
So I would say depending on when money is available, if it's available monthly, then definitely SIP. But if you do have a lump sum, you can just stagger the investments over the next 3 months to 6 months, depending on the quantum that you have and how much exposure you're taking. So I would think that either of these strategies are good. It depends when you have the money, right? So stagger it with up to 6 months, not beyond, if you do have the lump sum. And is it a good idea to invest in small cap schemes? Definitely. But that should happen only once you've invested in large caps as a core part of the portfolio, and then choose a small cap, a smaller exposure, because especially first time investors could get daunted by the amount of volatility and drawdowns that happen. So I would recommend that, start with large cap and then add on small cap.
All right. Is there anything else, Mr. Rao? I am actually done with the time.
Yes. I mean, can you please suggest some good funds for small cap?
Shweta, quickly.
You want to funds? I would say
small cap funds.
Small cap funds. I would say take Axis small cap. You can look at a DSP small cap. You could look at Nippon small cap. See which one suits you better, and then that would be a call you could take.
But please also review your portfolio. You should not be over diversified in a category like small cap, and also have a longer term duration, 5 to 7 year, or even more than that if that's the longer term duration that you want. Thank you so much with that, Shweta, for being on the show and helping our viewers with their mutual fund portfolio queries.